Philosophers have said that there are only 7 stories we keep repeating throughout history. Tonight, we're going to pick one and tell it again. This is The Treatment, a podcast about stories with your hosts, Billy Beck, Cody Beck, and Mark Lucas. The Treatment is filmed in spite of a large studio audience.
Oh God, I got nothing.
You want to just spin, get into this, or you got something, Mark?
Well, I'm sure Mark has a review of our last film.
I do. Our last film was, of course, Once and Future King, a delightful romp about King Arthur and his court, a time-traveling fantasy. Joe Holloman of the St. Louis Post-Dispatch says, "A tamer tale of supernatural shenanigans that is far more appropriate for young children than the sometimes too scary scenes from J.K. Rowling's stories," giving it 4 out of 5 stars.
That's pretty good. Plus, unlike J.K. Rowling's stories, ours weren't written by a TERF.
So what's on the spinning circle of stories, Bill?
On the spinning circle of stories this week, we have Beauty and the Beast, David and Goliath, Snow Queen, Joan of Arc, Little Bo Peep, The Brave Little Tailor, The Tortoise and the Hare, Hercules, and Pandora.
Let's spin it. I've got my fingers crossed because there's at least one that I want to do.
And the wheel has landed on, I believe this was one of yours, Mark, Joan of Arc.
It's not the one I wanted, but it's one of mine.
Great, we have to listen to the Frenchie talk about France.
Ha ha, wee wee.
Okay, so normally this is the part where I would be looking this up on Wikipedia, but since it's mine, I'm going to try and tell as much of the story as I can from memory. Joan of Arc was a young French peasant girl who lived during the appropriately named, I think it was the 30 Years' War, which lasted 127 years. Not to be confused with the 100 Years' War, which started in 1220 and is still going on. Joan claimed to have seen visions of the most holy God on high, telling her to fight against the English. So she started to fight against the English, and did a lot of fighting against the English, and after she kicked a whole lot of English ass, she eventually gets captured and put on trial for heresy and then burned at the stake. Because obviously God only likes the English and not the French. How'd I do, Cody?
It was actually during the 100 Years' War. You got them switched.
I did. It's the 100 Years' War that lasted 137 years, and the 30 Years' War that has gone on since time immemorial.
But you pretty much nailed it.
Okay, so idea. I believe I heard somewhere, now correct me if I'm wrong, but that there is an English equivalent to Joan of Arc, who also believed he or she was told by God to fight the French. If there's not, I might just be misremembering something, but...
You may be misremembering something, because searching English Joan of Arc on the internet only comes up with things like, Joan of Arc was captured by the English, and why did the English burn Joan of Arc?
You have to ask Google it in stupid ways.
Boudica? Are you thinking of Boudica?
No, she was also fighting the English.
Okay, because I had a pretty good idea, I thought.
Well, what's the idea?
So the idea was that our Joan of Arc and, Joanne of Bath, or whatever the English version would be, meet and romance, and that's why she gets burned at the stake, and then history rewrites the gay out of it.
I mean, she definitely, one of the reasons she was burned at the stake was wearing men's pants.
Yeah.
So there's actually 2 retellings of Joan of Arc that I can think of. One is by, oh my god, I'm gonna get crucified for not remembering this name.
The Simpsons? Because that's the one I think of.
It's easier to chew than that Bambi videotape.
Damn, Cody with the pull.
Oh my god. Fucking super famous female fantasy writer. I don't think it, not Le Guin, but another Tamara. But not Tamara Pierce.
While you're looking that up...
Tanith Lee. Tanith Lee wrote...
She wrote a lot of books. This is too many books. Let's not do anything of her books.
No, I was just... it's a fantasy retelling where part of the issue is that Joan of Arc is basically beatified while she's alive because she's able to summon fire magic. And then the other version is that movie that you watched a couple years ago about the teenage girl that works at the surf shop that gets assaulted by her boss and goes on the run.
You're talking about Brice Denise?
No! A good movie.
Brice Denise.
Brice Denise. Parce que le doux, je l'ai cassé.
She watches Joan of Arc on screen and then cuts her hair and goes back.
Oh, The Legend of Billie Jean?
Yes! The Legend of Billie Jean is a retelling of Joan of Arc.
Fuck, you're right. Damn. Because I had an idea to do the Legend of Billie Jean, and now I can't.
So I'm just thinking, this isn't one that we necessarily have to do historical, but also I don't know that there have been any historical, besides the, 30s version. There haven't been any in the modern era that were done.
In the last 100 years?
Yeah. So we could go fully straightforward, or we could do whatever Mark's face is saying to do, because Mark is making a facial expression.
I'm sorry, my facial expressions are me trying to process some thoughts and feelings. I'm not sure how comfortable I am with doing something really historic, by which I mean, authentic and, by all accounts, this is a human who lived and walked and breathed.
Yeah. And the issue with doing authentic, across the board with this podcast is, okay, then we read the Wikipedia and just, structure it. That's not even fun. So...
Well...
And also that she is a patron saint of France. And I don't want to piss people off if we do things wrong. And I think that the only real way to do things wrong is to try and do it authentic and fuck it up, which we almost certainly would.
Oh, for sure.
So I'm not saying don't do historic, but I think we almost have to go fantasy with it. And it doesn't even have to be dragons and magic fantasy. It could just be historic, Middle Ages with made up countries, so that it's not literal France and England.
Okay.
Amatherian and Albion. Got it.
Nah, then we'd have to pay our dungeon master for the rights to his homebrews.
Also,
I don't even think he listens to this.
Also, I'm pretty sure Albion is literally a name for when you want to not have England be in your story, but it's fucking England.
Is that why the English football team from the South Coast, Brighton Hove and Albion?
Well, Albion is a literal place, but yes. Albion is a literal place,
yeah.
But it's because of the nature of it, it's referenced in a bunch of...
The soccer club's in Brighton.
I know, but it's Brighton Hove and Albion.
Never mind. This is a stupid conversation. I'm pulling the ripcord.
You actually gave me an idea, though.
Oh, no.
Hear me out.
I have to keep that in?
Hear me out. Sports comedy.
Oh, my God.
Fuck. Yes.
Oh, my God. That's so good.
Oh, I have to talk about sports. Oh, please kill me now.
I have to keep my stoned ramblings in the edit. They're important. They're load-bearing.
So, I'm just thinking, that's a way that we can still tell the story, but still also have it be fun and not a fucking major downer.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right, and I'm 100% on board, but also, I want it on record that I hate this.
Alright, so I'll make a deal with you, Mark. Since you're on board, this is what I'm willing to give your way. We can let the sport find itself. That's not important.
No, hard disagree. American
Really?
football.
Okay. Yeah, I get it. I had another one then, but now it's gone. Another concession I was willing to make.
So is Joan of Arc going to be
the other concession I was going to say is we're opening it to doing an adult sports comedy. Like a beer league or something, instead of, closer to Bad News Bears and The Sandlot.
Yes.
Yeah.
What about college sports?
Yeah, I was going to say, let's split the difference and put it like college.
Yeah. Sorry, when I said Bad News Bears, I meant tone, not age of players. Any given Sunday, then. But, yeah, never mind.
12th Night with Amanda Bynes.
Oh, she's all that?
No, the other one.
No, fuck. What is that called? She's the Man.
Yes, she's the man. But so is Joan of Arc going to be the kicker on the team?
Oh fuck, that's good.
Yes.
I'm just thinking that's going to be one of the places where it's easiest to slot a female into the role.
God is like a maintenance man on campus that tells her to try out for the team.
Oh, okay, so I've got two kind of threads going right now. The kicker is easy to slot a female in, and I don't want it to be easy. I want it to be... I want her fitting on the team to be more like Bobby Boucher in The Waterboy. I want her to have an active role that is kind of violent as far as football goes.
She's a running back or a fullback. And she's got, like, a weirdly low center of gravity, so she could, like, truck some people and throw them to the side.
Well, also, she could also just be fucking tall as shit for a woman. We just need to cast someone who's real tall.
With power, I'd want, like, stockier.
Fair.
I just want to see her, like, knocking guys left, right, and center, you know?
Like, an Alona Mar is what I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
A warrior.
Mm-hmm.
A gridiron gladiator. Second, the thing about God. I think I don't want to see God in it. So, like Bill, you had suggested God be the janitor.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that's a part that we don't, like, gloss. We never see God speak to her, but we see her having these moments. And maybe we hear a voice, but we never see God. God's not the janitor. God's not the assistant coach. And whenever God does speak to her, she's alone.
God's voice is Megan Rapinoe. That was a joke just for Bill. I don't seriously mean that.
If she had a more recognizable voice, that'd be perfect.
See, we're a little bit early for the casting part, but I'm thinking more of, like, playing that part way more straight. Like the late James Earl Jones, or the late Morgan Freeman by the time this releases, probably.
Yeah. So, I'm already thinking ahead, because, like, the kind of movie this is always has that key moment where you see a character hit their first setback, and then how they respond is the plot of the movie. So I'm imagining already that she's on campus on an athletic scholarship, but just doesn't make the rugby team. So to keep her scholarship, she needs to make another team, and then what I want is a moment that turns her towards football where she wouldn't normally turn.
Yeah.
So that's the moment that I really want to lock down, and then the rest of this will, like, happen.
The important thing, one of the important things is that her visions, Joan of Arc's visions, are she needs to make sure that Charles is crowned King of France. Charles is the assistant football coach who encourages her to try out, and her whole deal is pushing to get him promoted to head coach. Because let's say the head coach position is vacant, and he's just filling in while they try to find somebody. And her whole deal is pushing him to get the position.
Okay, that could be, like, what happens throughout the course of the season.
Yeah. I'm just thinking the reason that she pushes for that is because when she reaches the setback, he's like, yeah, whatever, I saw your tryout for rugby, try out for football, we need...
I think she needs to meet him on the team. Like, I think there needs to be a different something to get her to try out for football. And I don't know why,
catalyst.
Yeah, a different catalyst for it. Because what you just described is the movie. Is her, like, the, I guess, standard sports movie thing. They start winning games better than expected. She starts recognizing that he's the brains behind the operations, and the head coach is just kind of, like, peeking off his notebook and pretending like everything's his own. So she wants to see him become the actual head coach because he's earned it. He's doing all the work anyway. And just because the other dude has been there for 65 years... You know, he still gets the job. And then they
head coach is getting ready to retire. So she's, like, subtly campaigning for assistant coach to get the position.
Yeah, they have, like, a setback in the playoffs where, like, the quarterback gets hurt or whatever. And then maybe even Joan of Arc plays quarterback for a few downs to get them to the championship game. And then the England team burns down the dorm before the championship. I don't know.
I'm looking at, like, 100 Years' War, like, historical background stuff to try and figure out, like, college names.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. I think Burgundy or Burgundians would be a good one.
Burgundy U?
That wouldn't be the name of the school, but they'd wear burgundy, and they would use burgundy in their chants.
Yeah.
Like, Michigan refer to their team as the blue and gold, you know?
I'm just thinking the last game that she plays in, because obviously she gets fucking burned at the stake. What I think needs to happen is the last game that she plays in, when she quarterbacks and, like, succeeds, she needs to get injured and taken off the team. Because that's the equivalent of burning someone at the stake, and killing them is injuring them in a sports movie.
Now, I think the burning at the stake needs to come when, before the championship, the dean at the opposing school steals her records, or fucks with her records, to put her on academic probation so she can't play.
Ain't no rules says a dog can't play football.
I am hesitant to throw this out, but I think with the climate the way it is, it needs to be said, because I think it's an avenue we could explore, and I'm not sure we want to. The dean of the other college does kind of like...
Transvestigation?
Yes.
She's not masquerading as a guy, is she?
No,
Okay.
but that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Castor Semenya vibes.
True.
I was thinking like Emaine Khalif,
Yeah.
the Olympic boxer.
The thing is, she's not playing in a woman's sport, so...
Yeah, that's true. It would
Like,
be... Yeah.
That's why I wanted to go, like, the academic route.
It could even be something like, he finds an old obscure rule that's like, women can't play. Or, like, they have to play... Like, he finds an old obscure rule that's like, women have to wear dresses to play or something.
Maybe. I good idea with the transvestigation. I don't think this movie.
Okay, thank you for
I think if we were doing something like soccer, I could see that happening. But
Yeah.
with American football, which is traditionally a masculine sport and a male league,
It only, like, recently have high schools started having fielding female teams. If
Yeah.
we were doing an all-female sport, absolutely.
yeah.
I was just thinking about like the trial and passion part of the story, which that fits a lot.
Yeah, no, you're right, because I do like that element of the story. Maybe it is something about her grades then, because that's something that she could have to present before the board.
What if her grades are legitimately just bad because she's been focusing too hard on sports?
Her grades are bad, so they figure out that the easiest way for her to get above the suspension line is a speech and debate class. So she actually has to do a trial, like a climactic trial for a grade. And if the grade is a B or an A, she can play in the championship.
Yeah?
Just backing up for a second, to touch on the vibes question again.
Yeah.
Cody had specifically said sports comedy.
Yeah.
And I just want to double check, are we on board with sports comedy or sports drama?
I was thinking comedy.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was kind of finding myself going down the drain of sports drama.
Okay.
Yeah, I think...
So go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I think this is more... We could still touch on serious themes, like I'm thinking like bench warmers.
Yeah, but...
But I think it will find a more receptive audience to some of the things that we're talking about through the lens of comedy.
Yeah. Like, Waterboy is a good example of how I'm imagining, like, the football scenes themselves. Because let's face it, of the three of us, I'm the one coming up with good shit there.
Yeah, you're the sports guy.
I'm the one who knows that.
Yeah.
But, like, that movie and I think it was Not Another Teen Movie had some really hilarious football scenes.
There was a bad sports comedy where one of the characters' name was Asil Tari, and the coach kept calling him ACL tear.
I think that was Not Another Teen Movie.
It like, that's the only detail of this movie I remember. I don't even remember its title. But since we're doing more comedy, one thing that I would like us to have, I would like there to be a male character whose name is Joe Nevark. Nevark. Joe Nevark.
Can he be the quarterback on the opposing team?
I honestly don't care as long as there's some guy named Joe Nevark.
But it can't be that blatant. Like, everyone refers to him vocally as Joe. It just says Navark on his back plate.
Yes.
On his jersey. Yeah. Yes, it was Not Another Teen Movie, by the way.
Or even I was thinking of having it be like you know when, like, a school has, like, a really good season and they'll, like, put the trophy and maybe one of the players' retired jerseys? Like that.
Yeah.
Like, it's not even one of ours. Or not a person we see.
Yeah.
Their college, I'm thinking, is University of Orleans.
Yep.
I'm alright with that.
And the big ultimate rival of Orleans is Bavaria University. No.
Bavaria's German.
Go pretzels!
See, because I was thinking like BU.
What
Boo.
about Victoria University?
Victoria University? Yeah? Well, was she? She wasn't.
She was not, but a lot of people associate her with.
Yeah. Or Tudor University? Because I'm more... It doesn't matter.
Give me a second, I can come up with good when I know it. I just need to find the name of a place in England.
What about...
Westhamshire.
But not too English, because this is all in America.
What about Cauchon? That's the bishop who put her on trial. Cauchon.
Cauchon. Fucking King's College. King's College.
Yeah.
Idea regarding setting. They are playing American football, but I think we could get some jokes out of it still being in Europe. Like, all the teams are kind of shit by our standards, because the sport's just getting traction over there.
Very Children's Hospital. I like it.
Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say, or go full Children's Hospital. It's in fucking South America.
Sao Paulo, Brazil, as we all know, is where we are right now. Brazil.
Just like the campus like feels and looks and sounds like an American campus, and in the background it's just the Eiffel Tower.
No, not even that. We'll do it just straight up Children's Hospital. It takes place in...
Oh, it's real backlot feel?
Yeah. No, it doesn't even have to be backlot. You could film it at, like, an American university. And just say we're in France. Maybe get, like, a couple of specific on-scene, like, shots. Like maybe just one where they, after practice, let's go out and get some crepes.
They don't even get the on-location shots. It's very clearly green-screened stock footage.
See, I'm just thinking about Children's Hospital, and I really love that one bit, for just one bit, where they walk out of the clearly American hospital, the one where they filmed Scrubs, walk down the Scrubs loading dock, and then it's just Sao Paulo. and like they walk down an alley and go up to a guy with a push cart to get, I forget what they get, but like burritos or something. Tamales.
Not a Brazilian food, but okay.
I'm referencing an episode I've seen years ago.
No, I know.
But you get what I mean.
Yeah.
And that's the only time we ever actually see real France.
But everyone always like comes back to their dorm room with a baguette.
Yes.
It's just anytime someone enters a room, they're holding a baguette, they break it, bite it, and toss it aside.
Their uniforms are black and white stripes.
I thought we said something about burgundy.
No, the bad guys.
Oh, okay.
No, I just mean like, playing into more French stereotypes.
Yeah.
Berets on top of the helmets.
The black and white stripe thing is only the ref when they're playing in France.
Okay. They're sideways stripes instead of the up and down
vertical.
stripes.
Yeah. And then he's wearing the beret and smoking a cigarette. And it's very clearly a caricature ref. The French are still fair game, yeah?
Oh, always.
It's punching up because they have healthcare.
Yeah. Okay, so now that we have, I think, a really solid grasp on the vibes, let's start with some scenes. Do you want to start with how does this picture open? I'm thinking the opening during the credits is like a ESPN documentary about the rise of American football in Europe. A lot of like grainy footage, and at first it was viewed with skepticism. Maybe some like one guy watching the Army-Navy game during World War II.
And then with the rise of streaming television and teenagers' inability to go to bed at a normal time, college football picked up in the UK as they're watching Ohio State play at 3 a.m. UK time.
That's just wish fulfillment for you.
Yeah, shut up.
I mean, it's kind of like the opposite of people like Bill waking up at 4 a.m. to watch Man City games.
No, people do that in the UK. There are football fans that will watch games at weird hours because they're on.
I know that it's officially the correct term is the Ohio State, and that's why I constantly in my mind like to call it an Ohio State.
You are correct to do that.
I'm a proud Pennsylvanian. Fuck Ohio State. Fucking Ohio State.
Fuck each and every Ohio State. Leave no Ohio States unfucked.
So then we transition from as the credits end and this documentary kind of wraps up. I feel like it would end on something like the future's looking bright for football in Europe.
As universities across the continent start fielding their own American football teams, the future of the sport looks bright in Europe.
I think there should be a bit...
As it, like, fades from TV fuzz shot of a campus into film shot of the campus, and that's when we're introduced to Orleans University.
I feel like there should be a bit in there about how the UK adopted it earliest, is like the early adopter, and that's why they're like the strongest ones.
While they claim to have started playing the sport first in England, we all know it was the Scots that did it first. Just
like a throwaway line about the Burgundians.
Yeah, while King's College claims to have been the first to field a football team, Glasgow University beat them by 3 weeks. That introduces the college and keeps my joke in about football.
Yes.
I also want to throw in another joke about, although what you just said and the Burgundians, the Glasgow, some argue that American football was first discovered by the Vikings. And then we have a really brief glimpse of a longboat and a bunch of, skeletons with the horned helmets holding a football. Because of the running joke that the Vikings discovered everything first.
Yes.
These rumors are so far unconfirmed. And currently the reigning kings of American football in Europe are King's College, the Fighting Burgundians.
It would be the most European way to do it would be King's College, the Burgundies. Just that flat out. And I would like it if the Vikings were a team from, like, Reykjavik.
So then the future's looking bright, dissolve from fuzzy TV footage to this is the movie now, as they start... And I don't want us to call it American football anymore. From now on, we're just calling it football.
That's fine.
Partly because I think of that as a joke, and I don't want anybody to be confused by it throughout. Like, play it straight, we know what we're talking about, this is football. Nobody's ever heard of soccer.
While that is a good joke, I also think having them specify American football every time they mention it is also a good joke. It's never just football, it's always American football.
Or maybe we use different adjectives for American, like hamburger, and Ford F-150, and Smith & Wesson, Johnny Guitar football.
Diabetes football. Fascism football. Oh, I'm sad now.
Too real.
Too real? I'll cut that.
So, it's a practice, and we see the University of Orleans, who I think it's pretty obvious their mascot is a big mime.
I like it.
Yep.
They're at a practice and they're not good. And how do we get to our Joan? How do we start that?
I think we shouldn't see the team first. I think it should just be like the college activity fair, where it's all the things you sign up for, and she's just like going down the line of the sports ones.
Okay.
Are we sticking with that thing from earlier where she's on an athletic scholarship and needs to play a sport, or did we want to...
Yeah, I think that's...
Still there?
Yeah.
And maybe she has a friend to, like, remind her that... Go ahead.
We're seeing the football team practice, and we see how shit they are. And when I say shit, I want, when we cast this, to, if we see any sports on an actor's resume, throw it in the trash, and do not hire stunt people. I want this to look like ass. So we see them playing like shit for a while, and then the camera backs out, and the women's rugby team is waiting to take the field. And then they could say something like, they always go way too long with their tryouts. It's going to be dark before, whatever. And that's where we get introduced to Joan and the rest of the rugby team that she does not make.
Yeah.
And then, will we see her try out? Is she a freshman or is she...
I think she would have to be a freshman.
Yeah.
Okay. So I assume we see her try out, see her not do good?
I think she should still be good. She's just not good enough.
I want to change it to something that's not rugby now. Because her skill set's too good for rugby, she wouldn't not make the team.
Yeah. What if it is soccer?
Yeah.
And she doesn't make the team because she keeps bodying people.
Yeah. That's perfect. Like, every time she goes shoulder to shoulder with somebody, she sends them fucking flying.
Yes. Yanks someone down by their hair. She gets red carded out of tryouts.
Yeah.
Now that I'm thinking about it, we don't need her to be there on an athletic scholarship.
We don't.
Instead, maybe it's just more simple that it's her lifelong dream to be a team sport athlete. And that's why she wants to be on the soccer team. And at first she's devastated that she can't do soccer. And at first she's like, maybe I have to give up on the dream. And maybe she goes back to her dorm to take down her, soccer posters. And that's when we first hear the word of God.
Okay, yeah.
I was thinking the coach of the football team could also hear about her because one of the players that she brutalized on the pitch is dating one of the football players. And so he hears him complaining that some girl beat up his girlfriend. So when she goes looking for the football coach, he's also looking for her.
He's looking for her because he knows she can truck some motherfuckers?
Yes.
Okay.
So she goes back to her dorm, crestfallen, taking down her soccer posters. And maybe even a funny line about how I guess I'll have to settle for my fallback of geochemical engineering. Or some other, like, I guess I'll have to fall back to my minor of being a brain surgeon. But my heart will never really be in it.
Maybe that's what her scholarship is an academic scholarship. Which is where the risk comes in later.
Yeah.
Like, instead of getting put on academic probation, she's going to lose her scholarship and therefore be removed from school if she doesn't get her grades up.
And then as she's taking down the posters, the Word of God speaks to her and tells her, Joan, how do I want to phrase this? I want it to sound impressive,
Mm-hmm.
As he tells her to your course in life will be to play football. Seek out and join the football team. And this can just be a little bit of funny play back and forth, because she's like, I just did that, and I didn't get it.
Yeah.
And I like the implication that God is American. I love the faces you two are making as I say that.
Yep.
So she goes to the football tryouts. I guess there's 2 days of football tryouts.
I think the soccer team had precedence because they're good. So they got the football team was just all the old players catching up to go over the tryout information.
Okay. So next day, football tryouts. Do a little bit of sexism before we fall in love with her team. Just a little bit of light sexism. I feel is warranted here.
Yep, that's fine.
Yeah, it's kind of the point of the thing.
The bare standard, girls can't play football.
Yeah. And then she fucking lowers her shoulder, just knocks a dude down.
They make her try out as a kicker.
No, first they send her away. And as she leaves, that's when we get the bit you had mentioned earlier about the guy dating the soccer player that she fucking bodied.
She dislocated my girlfriend's shoulder, dude.
She cracked 3 ribs. She's in the ICU.
You just, see the coach's ears perk up. Wait.
I still want her to have tried out for kicker first. Because I want the joke in there of... I want to misdirect the audience into thinking she's going to be a kicker. Because that's the easy thing, right?
Yeah.
So you set up, you get the triumphant swell of music as she lines up. The camera's low behind her boot. You see the field goal post, and it's slow motion, and she kicks it, and it goes direct to the right, rolling on the ground. One of the running backs doing drills trips on it and eats shit. Just complete disaster piece of a kick. Then they send her away in the thing.
Before that, because there's threads forming, and I can see how they connect now. We had something about a subplot of her angling to get one assistant coach the head coach job.
Yes.
That guy is the one who sends her away first. But then when he hears one of his players talk about how she fucking bodied, that soccer player, he's like, wait, maybe she might be good. Let's ask the coach. And they go to the head coach, who is old and decrepit, and I want him to look a lot like a pope.
Okay.
And they're like, excuse me, Signore, there's this girl that we think might be a good fit for the team. What should we do? And then he says, try her out as a kicker. And that's where we get what you just said.
Yeah.
That dramatic swell and bad kick. It goes. I kind of am now liking as a running gag the soccer team keeps getting hurt. Specifically by her doing things.
Yes. She shanks it so hard it goes into the neighboring soccer field and knocks somebody out.
Yeah.
And they get, like, trampled. Oh, yes.
And
yes,
and after that one kick, the head coach says, no. And then somebody else makes a rude comment.
Yeah, I was gonna say, as she's, like, dejectedly walking away again, somebody's like, told you girls can't play football, and she just, like, shoulder checks him and sends him on his ass.
And that's when we get confirmation that, oh, she's gonna be one of those football people.
Yeah. And assistant coach Charles sees that. Or I guess we're in French, Charles?
Assistant coach Charlemagne.
Assistant coach Leclerc.
No.
Waves her back in and has her try running drills. And they have, like, the pads set up and stuff, and she just fucking, like, throws these sleds like they're fucking butter.
Yeah.
He doesn't chase her to get her to come back. I want to say that the guy who says a rude comment, she ground and pounds him. I want her to have a little bit of an anger issue.
Yep.
Okay.
So instead of, like, begging her to come back, he has to pry her off of him.
Like, here, do this drill instead.
Yeah. And that's what gets her on the team.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to have a running thread with the coach. And she thinks she's going to be head coach. I think that's the A story.
Yeah.
I think there needs to be a B story with a bully within the team. So my thought is the first game, they're getting their asses beat. Totally getting fucked. And she doesn't play, she doesn't start. Because head coach still doesn't believe that she can start because she's a woman.
Yeah.
I think head coach is, like, checked out.
Yeah, like, by the third quarter, he just, like, tells Charles, take care of the rest of this game, play the bench in the fourth quarter, and he just has a fucking nap. Or maybe he's, depending on how wacky we want to get, he just pulls out a Playboy and starts spanking it. You know, he's gone. Charles, all right, coach said in the fourth, play the bench.
Splitting the difference, he has, like, a Nintendo Switch.
Perfect. Perfect energy. Fourth quarter, they're down, like, 77-3. He's like, coach said play the bench in the fourth, puts her in, montage of her trucking fuckers and scoring touchdowns, right? Game ends 77-21. So, or 24, or whatever the math would come out to be. Like, she's clearly really good, but they were not winning that game regardless.
Yeah.
So she earns the respect of the rest of the team, except...
Is it too obvious for it to be the quarterback?
No, the starting running back. Because coach looks at the spreadsheet, or the, what's it called, the box score, like, the next day, and it's like, wait a minute, oh, we would have to come up with whatever her last name is. But, oh, Joan or Smith had 3 touchdowns. I'm starting him next game. And just says the name when he announces the starting lineup, not even recognizing that he's putting the girl in.
Yeah.
Because he wasn't paying attention. And then that makes the starting running back, who just lost his spot, to her, the one who doesn't change. Because in this game, they win.
Yeah.
And she plays really well again. And now he's jealous. So I want to have that seething in the background while this whole Charles in charge story is happening.
Yes.
Joan Pucelle.
Joan Ducell?
Pucelle. Pucelle. Pucelle.
Pucelle.
Maiden. The historical Joan of Arc was illiterate, and all of her letters she dictated, and she referred to herself in her letters as Jean la Pucelle, Joan the Maiden.
Ah.
It is likely that at no point in her life was she heard herself referred to as Joan of Arc.
Okay, so Joan Pucelle.
That works.
So then he reads the box score and says, what? I'm sorry, I was busy looking up her name.
Okay, so he's reading the box score and he goes, oh, this Pucelle kid scored 3 touchdowns in the fourth? He's starting my next game. So when they announce the starting lineup at the Friday practice before the Saturday game, he's like, running back, Pucelle, and then Picard, or whoever the starting running back was, is like, fuck, I just lost my spot to the girl. And the coach doesn't even realize he's putting in a woman. And then she has a great game, and Picard is just in the corner seething. because he lost his spot. But the rest of the team rallies around her and is like, oh no, she's a fucking beast. She's going to lead us to a championship. Holy shit.
Yeah.
So we'd have a beat in the middle of the movie where she needs to work like a little extra hard to win him over. Does he try to...
I was going to say, what if he's the one that sends the academic records to the other...
Is he the one who gets the academic record? Yeah. Oh, So, okay. So we're getting towards tournament time, right? Semi-final game, or it's a must-win game to make the championship game, depending on how we want to structure this league. That's for me to figure out later. So right before the semi-final game, Picard steals the record and mails them off to Kings. And then that semi-final game is the game where the quarterback gets hurt in the first. So she takes over as quarterback, because at this point, this is another one of the head coach's bad ideas.
Yeah.
Is to put her in at quarterback instead of the backup. So Picard's back in at running back. And she knows she has no idea what she's doing. So they win that game based off of her drawing the defense and passing to him. So she earns his respect by letting him score the game-winning touchdown. And also he recognizes she knows the game, even though she's not a quarterback. And then he's going to help her out fighting off the accusations before the championship game.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Wow, we went with something right in my fucking wheelhouse, huh?
We sure did.
Shit. Because I don't want this just to be me.
And then when we're done, we never have to do another sports movie again.
I'm going to purposely put sports shit on here. Boys in the Boat 2.
And when you do, we're going to go as wild with it as we do about Joan of Arc playing American football.
Can't fucking wait.
Fucking Boys in the Boat 2 is going to be a new Star Wars.
I mean, honestly, let's be real. We're doing a sports comedy because we're honoring the cash grab sequel, Spaceballs 2.
You know, honestly, like, a lot of people are really excited for that. I'm not.
Same.
It's just gonna be jokes about a cash grab sequel the whole time.
Yeah. I mean, I've watched a handful of Mel Brooks lately, and, yeah, he don't have what he used to have.
No, see, it's not about Mel Brooks. It's about specifically the unasked for sequel or reboot decades after the thing. That has never been good.
But Rick Moranis is coming back.
Is he?
Yes.
Oh,
he
shit.
is.
It's like when Scorsese got Joe Pesci out of retirement. I'm in. It's gonna be a good performance.
Yeah, like, Mel Brooks specifically said, I will not do Spaceballs 2 without Rick Moranis.
Oh, damn.
Now, if he gets John Candy, then I'm in. So, this has so far been a very football-heavy movie, which is kind of to be expected, considering it's a football movie. Do we want or need any other unfootball-related plots?
I feel like there has to be a party scene. I don't know if that's a full plot, but there needs to be, like, a bonding party scene.
Okay, so idea. Stupid idea. And we're gonna end up doing it because it's that stupid. Between the football games, we've established that the characters are having, like, moments of, like, change. So, like, oh, the dude's getting jealous, the coach is reading the box score, like, these things happen between the games. They all happen at unexpected but stereotypical settings for college events. So, like, the coach is checking that in the middle of a party with underage drinking. And that's just in the background, and he's not reacting to it, and it's not reacting to him. Like, private moments are happening in the, like, middle of a production of Midsummer Night's Dream or something. Like, shit that you would see on college campuses, just inappropriate for the situation. Thoughts?
I like it, and now I'm trying to think about ways to logistically make it work.
Yeah, okay.
Like, him reading the box score, it's not at a raging frat party. He's at lunch in the mess hall, and somebody starts a food fight in the background.
Yes.
That, again, he does not react to. Or he reacts to so perfectly, like, just tilt down the corner of the page just in time for a banana to fly by, and then puts it back up. Without looking, just...
When Picard loses his starting position, that night he's sat in his room, and he's finishing a pint of ice cream, and he leaves his room, and it's a oneer through the frat house as a rager is happening, and he is just meandering through the crowd. He goes to the fridge, opens the fridge, or the freezer, like, pulls out 3 bottles of Jägermeister, and then a pint of ice cream, puts the Jaeger back in, and then back up through the house.
I like it, but I think here's an alternate. Because we did theater in college. We were theater people.
Yeah.
What if, because I do want there to be a rager scene, but for this, as he's plotting his betrayal, this can be a walk and talk, as he's like talking through his plans to himself, what's he gonna do? And he walks by the theater, maybe even walks into the theater, where they're doing a rehearsal or a performance, and we can put our theater heads together. Something Shakespearean.
Othello.
Where you have the person doing a monologue about betrayal.
I mean, Cody said Othello.
I was thinking literally like Othello or Macbeth. Like
he's writing his to-do list, and he's like literally writing things that the guy is saying on the stage.
See, I'm thinking like he didn't have the idea yet, but as he walks by and he hears this monologue, wait, can you back up a bit? Can you say that part again? No, take it from the last line. That's an idea.
Yes, that's a good bit. Trying to think what we would do in the Rager.
Yeah, see, that's the thing, is like, I like this idea of just stereotypical college things, but I want them to fit and make sense.
What if that's when they're cramming for her big exam, or a big exam to get her grades up? It's just at a Rager, like as part of a montage.
Yeah.
Like they're doing, like she's writing a paper at a Rager, and then they're like doing chemistry, and she like blows up a beaker, and it's just weird class. Like it's very high school classes that you wouldn't see in a college.
yes.
She's in that production of Othello.
And what happens in class? Because I feel like there should at least be one funny thing that happens in a classroom.
To add to the previous bit,
Ooh, sorry. Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, when the beaker blows up, another soccer player gets injured.
Yes. That, again, should be happening throughout. Like, one gets just decked by a tray in the food fight.
Classroom? I was
Yes.
thinking she's in a math class, she's doing like calculus. And then this is just after she like wins the second game or something. One of her teammates goes by, like, Joan, come here. You can go to football math now. And it's like 1 + 1 = 2.
I was gonna say,
Like, we transferred your credits to football math. They count the same.
I was thinking it would be funny if she's doing like a problem on her paper, but she's turning it into like a playbook. She's in geometry, but she looks down at her page and it's just like a play.
Yeah.
No, it's physics. And the complicated physics math that nobody knows, and with the letters and symbols. And those letters and symbols she turns into the play.
That's why her grades start going.
No, at least for this one, she turns it in, and the professor is kind of blown away, like, wow, I've never seen this problem approached this way before. But it works. This might redefine our understanding of theoretical... Okay, gotta go.
That's the one when she's fixing her grades.
Yeah.
She fucking solves physics with football math. Where did you learn this approach? My football math class?
We can go to football math now. We might get the whole way up to 12 + 12.
We never use numbers higher than 11, because that's how many are on the field.
It's worth asking, but is there a romance plot?
I don't think so.
I was gonna say, like, maybe the quarterback asks her to college prom.
If there is a romance plot, it needs to be with one of the soccer players.
No, one of the cheerleaders.
Yes.
Yes.
She spills a punch bowl on a soccer player at college prom. Alright, so we established... Where were we? We got up to fucking Picard. His name's gonna be Picard now. Just deal with it.
Sure.
I think most of the characters should have, like, stereotypical or referential names anyway. So, Picard sells her secrets to King's College, who they're gonna play in the final after she saves the game by giving him the winning touchdown. Then,
It's like immediately before that, he like drops the manila envelope in the mail and then like goes to the game.
like, we see his hand drop the manila envelope in the mail, and it's the mailbox on the outside of the stadium as he's in full gear and pads. And, like, play is already happening. Like, he's doing this during the game. Like, the first quarter. So, someone from King's College shows up, levies accusations. She's got to be put before a tribunal, I would say. And this is where she would do her emotional plea for one last chance.
Yeah.
get my grades up, and then, okay, every class is prepared an extra credit assignment for. You must pass 4 of the 5, or whatever, like something. So it's one last thing that she has to do for each class. So for her physics class, she does the football math equation that works. Theater class, she's in Othello, as Othello. We see her furiously writing an essay, blah, blah, blah. We'll come up with 2 more. But then the kicker can also be do we still want to do the speech and debate thing?
I think we should do either theater or speech and debate.
Okay. Something that would be that emotional moment. Because, it's been a while since I've seen that original, 1919 silent Joan of Arc. But her impassioned pleas, still stick with me. That movie's gorgeous. So I want to mimic that scene in this montage.
Okay, so you know what?
Yeah.
So first off, one of them is geology.
Okay.
And for the geology final, she's just there, blindfolded, feeling and licking a rock, and then saying, Feldspar. And then a moment of quiet, and then ding, 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 ding. Okay, you pass.
I think
That's good.
The montage should be bookended by the trials. It's okay, you have 1 week in these tasks to get your grades up, and then we'll reconvene. And the second trial is where she has her impassioned, let me play football.
See, and I was thinking for the theater class, instead of she is Othello, she is Joan of Arc. We just totally do that scene from the 1919 Passion of Joan of Arc.
I thought about that, and if you don't like my idea, we'll do that. My idea was the final thing is just a replay of it's the tribunal again. Same people on the there, and she's doing an impassioned plea to let me play football again, and then the camera pans out, and it's a production that she wrote in and starred in this week, and the actual tribunal people are there watching, making notes, and then her theater professor gives her an A.
I kind of like that.
So the final tribunal is it basically the same as that? You know what? I'm splitting hairs for no reason. Yeah, we do that.
Yeah, and because the people that care. The tribunal people are in the audience there, and then they hand her a certificate, a big check that's just your tuition or your scholarship money. It's congratulations, you passed. Go get King's College on Saturday.
Not even that. It's just she's not even. It's not about the scholarship. Your grades need to be a certain level to play on a sports team.
Okay, academic suspension again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
which is fine.
But they do have. I like that celebration moment and the big, check. But instead of a check for money, it's just okay to play.
It's just a big doctor's note in the shape of a check, but it's legal document okay to play.
And then they stamp it with an extra large stamp and knock over another soccer player.
And then before the championship game, I want to have one more scene, and I can't decide if it's going to be Picard or Coach Charles. One of them oh, congratulations, I know how hard you worked the last week. Gives her a big gift wrapped box, just how much I appreciate you, and it's her fucking jersey.
Yeah.
But I think that could also fit in that scene where she gets the okay to play stamp. But it's also the updated championship version of the jersey, like they do in the Mighty Ducks movies when they get the cool new ones.
Yeah.
At the end of D2 when they put the Ducks logo back on and everyone cheers.
Yeah.
Even though I think that's actually against the rules of hockey, you can't change your jersey mid-game. Anyway.
Let's rewind a bit now.
Yeah.
Because we've mostly traced out the plot of Joan and being on the team and her grades. And we, got Picard's thing. Let's flesh out the B plot with Coach Charles.
So the way I'm seeing it now is it's more progressive.
Mm-hmm.
Each game she recognizes that he's there making the coach look good. And I would say after a couple of games she would confront him about it. Why do you write these plays and let him take credit for your work? How much more is he making than you? You're doing 75% of the work and he's making 75% of the pay. You should be out there. You should be king of this team.
King of this team.
And I think at first his so I think his approach is that we're all on the team and it's not about the money, it's about the love of the game.
Mm-hmm.
I want us to win. I don't care who's name is on top of the sheet when we do.
Yeah, that's a good character for him to do. So we would need to have, I would say later on, it's Joan who would convince the head coach to step down.
Yes.
Like maybe this is after the academic thing. It's the team banquet the night before the championship, and he's up there giving a speech. Yeah, okay. So the head coach is up there giving a speech like, we've had an amazing season, the best in our long 6-year history of this program. And I know I get a lot of praise from the press, but I do want to thank publicly here tonight one very special person who has helped me more than they know all along the way, and everyone thinks it's going to be Charles that he's thanking. And he just thanks Joan, and she pulls him to the side. And I think it's funnier that this happens on a stage in front of people and the microphone can hear it, but she pulls him to the side and is like, no, you know who really helped you here. You know whose plays you've been using, whose ideas you've been following. He's the one who got me on this team, not you. Like, and then he changes his ways, but still does it. Even though everyone heard that, he still goes back to the microphone and says something along the lines of, I've just had a very unique thought that is wholly my own. It wasn't Joan. It was... like, he takes credit for the idea to step down and let Charles coach the last game of the season.
Here's an idea.
Okay.
For an earlier game, and another one of those stereotypical college things. There's a group of pranksters, and before an earlier game, we see them put like a potato in. Maybe they're just going up a street, putting potatoes in tailpipes, and one of the cars is the old head coach. So at game time, his car won't start, and the coach doesn't show up. So Coach Charles has to, take on the role of head coach at Joan's, encouragement.
Yeah.
And then what you were saying about at the end, and the Mike picks that up, I have a new idea that's entirely my own. Maybe that's when he announces his retirement.
Okay.
And recommends Coach Charles as his replacement.
Okay, yeah. I like the idea of the pranksters blowing up a car for sure.
So then, okay, so we've got the Coach Charles through line kind of ironed out.
Yeah. We got enough beats to fill that out.
And do we need to do anything in particular with the big final game?
I mean, I want to. It would be... I mean, I wouldn't go beyond the cliche in how a championship... Like, I'm thinking of the Little Giants. Like, they start getting trounced because Coach Charles is thinking the wrong way about this team. Maybe this is the team that the first game of the year beat them like 77-24, right?
Yeah.
So like this is the one team that actually knows what they're doing in the European college leagues and is pummeling them. And Charles doesn't quite know what to do, and he starts making the same mistakes that the old head coach used to make. Coach Pope Leo IV.
Coach Benedict.
Coach Benedict. Love it. And then halftime, I think the only twist I would make on the cliche is maybe Joan gives the halftime speech too.
Yeah.
And that inspires Charles to make some interesting decisions. They run some trick plays. They win the game on a last-minute score and take home the trophy. Oh, wait, we have to burn her at the stake, don't we? Maybe they lose and they...
I think she gets injured.
Or is the burning at the stake King's College coming with the academic records?
I think we're kind of like... We could do it either way, because, like, I can see the academic records and the trial being the that, but I think her being allowed to play in the game should have a consequence, and I think the consequence should be she does get injured. Like maybe they start getting better at the end of or they get better in the third quarter and they like pull even, so the other team targets her and she gets injured.
Wait, how about see, because I'm starting to think that since we're doing a comedy, we don't want it to end with Joan of Arc being burned at the stake, because that's kind
what
of
I was thinking.
Not like as funny.
The championship game is just kind of like ride it out to the end.
One of the soccer players hurts her back by accident.
So what I'm thinking is the first half isn't going well, and the team thinks that it's at least partly because the head coach isn't there anymore, and they blame Joan for that. So they all kind of turn against her and leave her in the locker room. And that's where we have that, like, another moment of her heartbroken and alone and praying. And God can speak to her again and tell her, Joan, this is what thou shalt do.
Strong side
And she,
sweep.
like, looks around. See, I was going to say flea flicker.
Philly.
But he doesn't say that. Joan, this is what thou shalt do. She looks around, then looks up. Are you sure, my lord? Verily. Now go and conquer. And then we don't see it. I think then it's the announcer in the booth.
Yes.
As they come back for the second half. I know very little about football.
So it's just the announcer in the booth.
But I know that a flea flicker is an unorthodox trick play. And I know that at least on One American Dad, that was treated as a joke. What do? Flea flicker. The most overplayed trick play in football. The flea flicker.
There's like 2-3 a game, yeah. It happens all the time. But in Europe, they haven't seen it yet. Oh my god. It's a forward pass. It's just a forward pass. We never see a forward pass the whole movie. So it's the thing you said with the announcer. It's 4th and 5 for Orleans. 2 seconds left on the clock. Here comes the snap. The quarterback is... Oh my god. It's the most miraculous thing I've ever seen in my life. If you were in the sound of my voice, you should be in the building to see... You know the bit from Hot Rod when the AM radio announcer's describing the jump? That. And then, like, we just see it again, and it's just a forward pass. As he starts describing to the audience what she did.
I really want to do the bit that I always do when I don't understand one of your jokes, but you want me to laugh at it.
Don't.
You're so funny.
See, here's the thing as I understand looking at these diagrams that I don't fully get. The thing about a flea flicker is that the quarterback hands it or laterals to a running back, but then the running back throws it back to the quarterback.
Yeah, sometimes.
So, which one of those is Joan again?
The running back.
I just like the idea that it would involve her.
She would
specifically.
I would think she catches the forward pass.
Okay.
And scores the touchdown to win the championship game.
Everyone celebrates.
Roll credits over the insane celebrations that happen in the streets.
Yes.
Like, we recreate classic sports celebrations, like the time they had to burn down Denver, and one of the times Philly happened, and Toronto flipping cop cars and setting them on fire.
Kind of, except it's like this is one of the bits where we actually get the final match is in Paris. Even if the rest of it isn't, the final match is in Paris.
It's that fucking... I don't know what it's called, but it was the Wimbledon equivalent. Paris.
You mean the Wembley equivalent?
No.
Wimbledon? You're talking about the tennis court?
Yeah. I don't know where that is. Is that in Paris?
Wimbledon?
Yes.
No.
Where is it?
Wimbledon.
Where the fuck is that?
London.
I don't respect English enough to know.
There's celebration, and the celebration looks a shocking amount like rioting as it pours out into the streets of Paris. And you can have one of the fans in their outfit as he helps another guy torch a car. They high five and it's like, yeah, the team won. What team?
As a firefighter in the background sets himself on fire and chases a cop.
Yes.
Does the French know how to fucking riot?
Hell yeah, France.
And that's how we go to credits.
Yes.
Maybe just to get the imagery, Joan is standing on the roof of the burning car, celebrating.
Yes. Does Charles have a specific flag, Mark, that you're aware of? This king?
Not that I'm immediately aware, but I'm sure he does.
Because that would also be a funny image, is her holding that flag.
Because it's the school crest.
Yeah.
It's that flag, but like the mime mascot's in the corner.
Yes. So, casting? Unless we have anything else we want to iron out about plot?
I think it's solid plot-wise. It's not the most complicated thing in the world, but I think it's fun.
I feel like the obvious choice for Joan would be a Gwendolyn Christie type. I don't know any younger Gwendolyn Christie's, though.
Oh, age is not a factor. I want some of the oldest people imaginable to be playing football in this movie. Like, this is...
Gwendolyn Christie is 6'3", by the way, Mark, if you're looking her up.
I want cast of Grease now.
She was Brienne of Tarth in Game of Thrones.
You know, I was thinking like a Mae Whitman.
Oh, maybe. She does have the anger issues.
Like, she's the tone and the look that I would want for this.
I like Mae Whitman.
Wow. I'm disappointed in both of you. I mentioned Mae Whitman, and neither of you went, her?
I haven't seen Arrested Development.
And I don't remember that part of Arrested Development.
Damn it. All right, never mind.
Picard.
Patrick Stewart.
However...
Oh, I want the look, not the actor, but the look of, what's-his-face when he played Luther.
Jesse Eisenberg?
Yeah, when Jesse Eisenberg was bald playing Lex Luthor, I want somebody that looks like that to be Picard.
I was gonna say Will Wheaton.
Scott Shepherd.
Who?
Dak Shepard?
Scott Shepherd.
Scott Shepard. From Bridge of Spies?
Yes. Look at his, IMDb.
Yeah.
He looks like he's gonna commit a crime.
Ah, he was in the movie you just watched.
He was. That's kind of where I got the idea for.
So I'm gonna trust you on that one.
Along those lines, also in that movie I just watched, For the Old Coach, Donald Sumpter. Sumpter. Donald Sumpter.
Yeah,
Then I'm
sure.
just going vibes.
Oh, yeah.
Does he not seem kind of too old to be to still be the head coach?
Yeah.
And he'd be clocked out.
And also, every time seeing that man, sit down and play a different handheld video game console.
Yes.
It's the first time he's got a Switch. At one point, he's got a Nintendo DS. At some point, he's got a fucking Sega Game Gear. One time, he sits down and he has a CRT TV, CRT? Is that what it's called? He's got
a Game & Watch.
Fucking Game & Watch. I was thinking he has, an Atari plugged into, a tiny portable TV at the bench at one point.
So, Picard, Coach...
We need our Charles.
Chris Evans.
We can't put Chris Evans in everything.
Yes, we can. And I'm gonna fucking try. I just want someone who is, as all-American looking as possible.
Jason Sudeikis.
No. We cannot put Ted Lasso. Although...
Coach Beard?
Yeah, what about Coach Beard?
God, his name is escaping me. Damn it.
I have Google up.
I should know. He's at games all the time.
He is. Brendan Hunt.
Yeah, that's his name, Brendan Hunt.
Oh, fucking Roy Kent.
Yeah, Brett Goldstein.
Brett Goldstein.
Oh, he'd be great. He'd be really good. You know who we're talking about, Mark?
No.
Brett Goldstein.
Roykent. Oh, Brett Goldstein?
Yes. The character he plays is named Roy Kent.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, I see it. While we were talking about that, I had a really good one, and then I went down the rabbit hole because you started shouting names and I was Googling them. So let's see if I can back my way back out and find what it was.
If we have Roy Kent as Charles, can Hannah Waddingham be the representative from King's College?
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you.
You know what it was? It was the panel, the review panel.
Yeah.
I want it to be headed by Wallace Shawn.
Yes.
Oh, that's perfect.
Representative from King's College, Hannah Waddingham. Statuesque, posh British blonde woman.
MILF if I've ever seen one.
She's so fucking hot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I see it.
So, the only one on their review panel that talks, Wallace Shawn. The other four, I want to be actors that appeared in sports comedies in the past.
Rob Riggle. Rob Riggle for the announcer at the end.
Oh, yeah. No, that's dead perfect.
We don't want to do Patrick Warburton?
No, Patrick Warburton will do the ESPN thing at the beginning.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, the kid who played Great Hambino in The Sandlot as one of them. I want one of the Mighty Ducks up there. I want...
Oh god, what's his name?
Emilio Estevez to represent Mighty Ducks.
Yep.
Hang on, I have one more. I have one. Let me find him.
Devon Sawa from Little Giants.
And then, yes, Devon Sawa. Everyone's childhood crush.
I should have known way sooner.
Oh god, this is taking me so long. Especially considering that I fucking love him.
What movie, Mark?
John Lovitz
Oh,
for League of Their Own.
That's so good.
If not John Lovitz, Gina Davis.
Yeah. The thing is, with John Lovitz, I almost want him to be the main guy then, instead of Wallace Shawn. Maybe Wallace Shawn is the dean of the college, and John Lovitz is the head of the tribunal.
Perfect.
There we go.
Yeah.
Because you can't have Lovitz in there just as a face.
Yeah, the absolute Chad.
Is there someone we missed?
So I feel like that's just about, I mean, we could fill in some, like, college stereotypes, but I don't think that's necessary. How about Othello? Do we want to do Othello?
No, I think the fake play tribunal thing is better.
Well...
for that bit. Oh, that bit. Sorry, yeah. Yeah, I think that works.
That's where we put in Patrick Stewart playing Iago.
See, I'm thinking, like, Richard Iowade.
Oh, that would be
Yeah.
good, too.
Well, those are two different characters.
That's true.
Por qué no los dos?
Yeah.
So then I think the only things we still need are title, tagline, and poster.
The poster I actually have an idea for. I think the poster should be an American football jersey with the title where the name goes.
Here's a different idea, and we've kind of done this before, but if you have the Wikipedia up of Joan of Arc, the header image is a historical depiction of Joan, with a banner and a sword, and she's in armor.
Yeah.
That, except football jersey.
Yeah. Yeah.
Complete with, like, the weird medieval painting, like, hands and facial expression, like...
Yes.
Like, the figures to her, on her shoulder would be, like, the coach and Picard.
Yes. And Charles.
Oh. We didn't decide on the voice of God. Were we just going with Morgan Freeman? Since he has played God basically our whole entire lives?
Yeah.
I want to make... I think we've done this before, but...
My brain just went, no. God needs to be Stephen Hawking.
Keith David.
Mark, you're the one who suggested the other two.
No, Morgan Freeman is on the
See,
nose.
what I really want is James Earl Jones, but we can't have him. And I feel like Morgan Freeman is a little
Stephen
bit...
Hawking then either.
No.
Sam Elliott.
Yes.
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 God is very American.
Yes.
Joan, here's what you're gonna do, Joan. Go forth and conquer.
Go forth down and conquer.
This shalt thou do.
The Dew. Mountain Dew ad.
So, for the name of the movie, are there any puns that you can think of, Bill, on Joan of Arc and plays in football? Puns or plays on words?
The problem is I feel too unrestricted. There's too many options. I need to force myself down I'm gonna pee while I'm thinking. If y'all come up with something, fucking say it.
Neither of us know sports.
I'm looking up football plays on Wikipedia.
I mean, there's something called a double wing formation. That feels like angel-y.
Y'all are thinking too specific.
Oh my god, there's something called a Hail Mary. I knew about that one, but...
Tackle eligible?
God's favorite football team.
The 100 Yards War.
Oh, there it is.
Yep, there we go.
There it is.
And I don't think it needs a tagline then?
No, I think the imagery is pretty clear.
Considering her name is literally Joan.
Well, I'm thinking literally just the imagery on the poster. We're using the Joan of Arc and calling it the 100 Yards
Oh, I'm
War.
thinking, because some people watch movies without looking at posters first, Cody.
That's because, God forbid, there be even a hint of a spoiler on a poster.
I like to go in fucking clean, man. That's how I like to watch my movies. I like to go along for the ride.
I like to go into movies just absolutely covered in butter. You go in clean?
So I'm thinking during the championship game, which is also being broadcast on ESPN 8 The Ocho.
Of course.
Did you say it was The Ocho before or just an ESPN documentary?
I just said an ESPN documentary.
My brain auto-completed that it's on The Ocho. So they're airing the European Championship final, and when they show her briefly on the screen, you see Birthplace Arc.
Yep. Okay, anything else that we need to get settled before we wrap up for tonight? I think we have a pretty solid project here.
Yeah, this one I want to start writing. Just because I had to hold back so many bits tonight because I know they're going to land on, like, deaf ears with you two nerds.
Listen.
Sorry I don't like sports.
Oh, I'm sorry you don't like the passion and theater of violent sports.
So I guess all that's left to do is adopt a child, get them into a Girl Scout troop, hide this script into a bunch of boxes of cookies, and get them distributed all throughout Studio City.
That is an excellent idea.
This has been The Treatment, a podcast about stories, and we've been your hosts, Mark Lucas,
Billy Beck.
And Cody Beck.
and we'll see you at the movies.